I purchased this H160 hydrogen generator on eBay. I modified it for health. I added a pulse width modifier to change the duty cycle, and I put a digital amp meter. The duty cycle adjusts the amps, and the amps reflect how many liters per minute you're producing. I did some tests. I filled a 5-gallon bucket with about 4 gallons of water, submerged a 1 liter bottle in the water, and note how many seconds it took to displace the water from the bottle. Divide 60 over the number of seconds. An example is if it takes 120 seconds, 60 over 120 equals 500 milliliters per minute. I like to use 2.5 amps, which is 280 milliliters per minute. 3 amps would be 330 milliliters per minute. I average several runs using 3% electrolyte with a little averaging and rounding. For breathing, I use this nose cannula. I set my timer here for 30 minutes if it's a 30-minute session. I fill these bottles up with either distilled or spring water. Fill this one up with distilled or spring water, half to 2/3 full. I have a check valve here because when you turn the unit off, water will siphon back into your main bubbler. For electrolyte, I use sodium hydroxide. The unit holds 1.1 liters. 1 liter weighs 1,000 grams. So I add 33 grams of food grade sodium hydroxide to distilled water. You only add the electrolyte one time, but when the water level goes down, the electrolyte level, all you do is you add distilled water, no more sodium hydroxide. For bagging and cupping, I'll turn the duty cycle up for maximum flow, insert this 1/4-inch poly into this 3/8 poly for a nice, tight, leak-free fit. I use this leftover dish for treating backs. I'll take a piece of the 3/8 poly and put it on the end of the 1/4-inch, and that makes sure it doesn't slip off. For shoulders, I like to use this cup here, areas that aren't flat. For eyes, you can use this pair of goggles. Flood the eyes with hydrogen. For bagging, I like to use a umbrella bag for the legs. I'll take and seal the top off with a blue masking tape and inflate it. For the arms, I like to use a French bread bag, or you can use a veterinary hand cover. This is good for making hydrogen enriched water. Just bubble it through the air stone for 10 or 15 minutes. For treating 2 areas for bagging, I use a T connection where I can treat both legs at the same time or both arms.